Cryptic about crypto I was. Pointless it was. I reviewed my work and I saw some space for a white flag because I don't need to fight anymore. I can let go of the mothership like the astronaut in some movies. Let go. I had thought I was getting somewhere, the epiphanies coming in battalions, but I think nothing now so grand. I have always been here confused, not plugged in, Lordy, 50 years I think for reals. I thought my alternative universe might be useful at this remove, at this distance, but it only works for certain animals, perhaps certain species, and since our wiring is naturally different from the next guy, some of us do it backwards, some of us do it otherwise. I did it both. I did do both. I did think forever my confusion was shared, that we all, denied the inner jungle, and that eventually it would prevail. We'd all have a version of I'm mad as hell, but we don't. I was mistook. What happens now I do not know, striking out on another tangent. I will be lucky, my vision is ridiculously lucky, what I see is sumptuous. But if it's useful, I'd say only that there is only one tribe. That's all. And that contains multitudes. Can one be fulfilled in a peaceful world? I think if fulfillment was our goal, we would have realized this by now, but we haven't. Can men and certain women be all that they can be? Can they wrap their bodies in uniforms like Marines or police or business suits and be fully themselves? Does the self need the uniform and the lawbreakers necessary to make the uniform mean something? Does NATO need Russia like God needs Lucifer? Are we at our most human opposing ourselves to the forces of darkness that we have identified or that others have identified for us and drew pledges to fight of allegiance of us? Or did we leave home to find out for ourselves? Did we ever? Did we walk in the valley of death and find rabbits there? Did we find jobs and identities, arts and sciences, morals and assurances? Did we climb on our stage coaches for the perilous journey beset by bandits and hostiles to deliver the strong box of gold to the bank in Tombstone like all good men and true? Then did we expect compensation? Were we grateful for the chance to be heroes, to find damsels and convince them that they are in distress? And do we swell at the thought and the well-oiled machines we apply to the dangers of living here? My friend asks me, where are you? We need you. Your power is needed. We are losing it daily. We are. And I can only refuse. And the skinny, unarmed boy on the train is insane. Is this what you're afraid of? The insanity that you have no response, and the one who chokes him to death is the golden-haired hero. That you need to need him. Eva Schubert insists that what John Ball said in 1380, the Bible does not sanction the inequality of us, nobility versus peasantry, was said first by Martin Luther 140 years later. Why does she do this? Does she not know? Is it laziness? Is the Peasants' Rebellion of 1381 such a black mark on English monarchy that Western culture would rather lump the movement that is still going on into the Reformation and heroize Martin Luther even further? And promote him as an answer for today, like we do? John Ball was a priest, was excommunicated, hung, drawn, and quartered. Luther died in his bed. Does it matter? Well, probably not, since neither has made much of a dent in our feudal insistences today. But reading the la-di-da comments, I love this, suggests the desire for hierarchy is an irrefutable, universal human impulse. Even Ball said it was God who ordered the world in his equal fashion. The English peasants had no problem with their king, Richard II, betray them though he did. Why would I object to what seems a harmless opinion or prioritization? I think it's because we believe and create truths out of what we need to believe, which makes us homicidally gullible. The last 100 years proves no progress has been made in the world of us. The confusion is natural. We operate by these stories. We insist the U.S. founding fathers birthed the change for humanity, like Martin Luther. Even Eva admits Luther abandons the peasants he had incited and bloodbaths follow. What we might decide is that there are several versions of natural. We can do better. I suspect, by the way, that John Ball was not an original either. He read Jesus as I would, and probably came from a passel of preachers thinking similar thoughts. The feudal interpretation of Christianity is a difficult fit with Christ, as difficult as the right-wing one today. That constant contradiction is worth the study. The story that we enjoy and promote and take to heart is the one-man one, the hero Jesus, Luther, the anti-communist one, the individualistic one, the leadership one, the ones we make statues for, as if all society is waiting for this individual to clarify our collective energies, inspire us to do the great things we have done, in quotes. For the life of me, I cannot find this capacity in myself.